So, hi Marcos, let me give you a quick intro of what Crysterd does. So if you go here to the page of Crysterd, you will see that you can sign in, sign up, and you can even use the Google account with this button. But I'm going to just start a demo. So we press start demo, and you can see here the demo user. And this is your interface with Crysterd. So let me show you, for example, if I create here a couple of atoms. So I create the label math, or insert here the label math. Then I choose a title, let's say part 1, and then I put the content here is just 2. I leave the rest of the fields empty. And in this here, so this is actually the sidebar of an atom. Then I press save button, and you see here the atom on the graph. Okay, then what I do is I think I need to clean it and create another one, part 2, and let's give it content 1, save. Now you have part 2. Okay, but we still need another atom for the result, so that we have a calculation, or an operation. I actually call it operation, but I don't provide any content. I just save it now. I put it here, and I show you that what I can do is to create arrows, because the result, so the atom which is corresponding to result, is actually going to be dependent on these two. So now I just selected part 1 atom. You see the atom is here selected. You see the data. You see here that is have an outbound bond to result, and same here with atom which is called part 2. And then we go back to result, and if I, for example, apply here an add, which is basically the result atom result is going to be the sum of the other two, and I do save. Okay, but it's still nothing happened, so that's because everything works on the back end. So I go here to the search bar, and I actually search for the labels with the math. I attributed the math labels to all those 3 atoms, and now I just run, as you can see, it just calculated. So you can do this with all sorts of operations that you can see here on this list. Let's say that, for example, I create another atom which is subpart 1, and this is going to be 1. Save it. I'm gonna put it, okay, it doesn't matter where I put it now, but I have to clean it. I think I have to clean it every time. I have to check, but maybe I have to clean every time that I want to create a new atom, okay, just for now, because otherwise it's going to change the previous one. So I can give you even an example. So I save this one as well, and I get 2 extra atoms here. Let me then do this and make this one dependent. So now part 2 is going to be, let's say that we make a multiplication here on part 2 of the other. By the way, as you can see here, you see here the bonds. You see that it is outgoing to the result, and it is ingoing from the subparts, right? And now I can do, like, let's say that I give it a multiplication. So this means that this is going to be a multiplication between these 2. Okay, so then I save it, and I have to I just pressed the ran, and as you can see, it multiplied here and summed these 2 here. So let's say that, for example, like I told you before, if I change here, I'm gonna change here as well, and you see that this is unsaved. This means unsaved, this yellow color. So I save it, and then I run again, and you see that it made the whole math. Okay, so here's the thing. You can play around with this, right? With these blocks, with these nodes, and you can create whatever flow you want. Now you're limited to just these calculations. You're limited to the fact that those are just numbers, but this is just the beginning. Eventually it can become lists, arrays, and you can make calculations with columns and so on, but for now it's very minimalistic. And this is it for now, but I want to show you it connected with spreadsheets. So I have here an example which is groceries, and with groceries basically it's just, let me auto layout. So with groceries, this is just normal groceries. So as you see, all the calculations, and nothing new from the what I just showed with the math labels. So you see here groceries price, which depend on the other two, and they are food and drinks, and then drinks depend on wine and milk and so on. This is the example that I've been giving. Let me show you that I have it here in this spreadsheet. And okay, so what you can do here is also search for groceries, and they share the exact same database, right? So the groceries that you see in here, you see the 17 in the groceries price, it's all here in this search. But what you can do is you can actually, I call it a couple. You can couple your atoms with cells. For example, here it's the atom of the groceries price. You see the title of it, you see the content of it here, you see the description of it. And you can couple it by, for example, yeah, these ones that you see here with this arrow in black, they are coupled already. These ones are not coupled. So it's like they shouldn't be here anyway. But let's say that I want to couple the, let's put it here, the wine price. I'm going to just show the content because it's one of the most important things that we want. I just pressed couple cell, and you see here the 6. All right, and you see here immediately that it has labels groceries, wine price, and content, and also its ID in this node. So if I go to the web page, so it was the wine price, right? This is the 6. Here I change it to, let's say 5, and I update it. And of course that it's going to change this 6 to 10, because the 5 multiplied by 2 gives 10. And I need the spreadsheet again. And in the spreadsheet, I'm going to press refresh, and it is going to refresh to a 10. Right? Same thing to the rest of the other content. So I can change the title, content, and description. And for now, this is it, how you can use the spreadsheet. But of course, later, as I said, I want to manipulate tables and columns and so on. Yeah, this is it for now. So I can, of course, decouple as well. I can update. I can actually update it. In here, of course, it doesn't make sense to update the wine because it's dependent on the number of wine bottles. What I can do is actually just give you another example, yeah, of the functionality. So the wine price is 10, but wine price per bottle, let's couple it here. So content, I couple it in this cell, and here it is, it's number 2. So now what I want to do is actually change it. I can change it to 6 and now update it. So it updates to 6. It takes longer than the web page itself. And here it is. And then of course, when I go to the page here, you see a 6. So just to show you that they can interconnect with each other, the web page and the spreadsheet. Yeah. I understand for your case, you need to be you need to see the future of this project. I know, maybe hard, maybe easy, I don't know, because it depends on what you can, on what your approach for the future on your project as well. I'm not sure if you can visualize what we can do with this later. Well, you had an introduction by me of what I'm aiming to do, and this just gives you the very, very start. And I understand that if you find this is very, very minimal yet, but yeah, I'm having big ambitions here. I really want to take this to the next level and really be able to, manipulate all sorts of data with regarding BOM, like I said, and others. And I want to have it easily manipulated also in spreadsheets with the minimum amount of effort and clicks, like you said. So I would be very glad to hear any feedback from you. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as possible.